Derek, I'm making a video here for you to encourage you with this Shobudani stone, number 702. I have a Hinkle's razor here. It's, I think, from the 1950s. It could be a little bit earlier. And I'm going to dull the razor on glass. Oh, by the way, this razor is generally shave ready right now. It's not eBay special. This is a razor that I use in these videos over and over again. So it's not chipped or messed up in any way, but it's now so dull that it won't cut my thumb. It will not shave any hair at all. So I just dulled it, and now I'm going to set the bevel on this 2000 grit Sharpening. And these are forward only strokes. I reset the bevel by lifting the blade. Reset the stroke by lifting the blade on the return stroke. Now, this is going to go sort of quickly, and it might look a little easy. If you're restoring razors or starting with something that's been rusted or chipped, you're going to have to put some more effort into it. But this is just a system that I use for testing stones. Stones that I'll do the HHT test, and then I'll also shave test them. So I'll set the Sharpening aside. Here's the little 702. Now, in my testing, I usually use a worn-out Atma diamond plate. It's about 4-year-old plate, and the diamonds are dull, but it helps to raise a really nice sort of medium grade slurry that's relatively mellow, and this stone doesn't chip up. The plate doesn't chip up the stone in any way. So here I have a slurry made completely out of this stone here, and I'll just give you a little rundown of how I hone a razor on a handheld stone. I don't know if you can see, but the slurry's turned pretty dark already. So there's my first set of strokes on this stone. I rinse off the blade and dry it. Now I'm going to take the stone. I have some water over here. I'm just going to rinse off the stone, clear water. And this is a Tomo Nagara that I prepared for the stone. It's very compatible. And I'm going to raise another slurry with a Tomo. Now, one thing I want to point out to you is these Tomos are sediment stone. They're a little bit fragile. After you raise the slurry, it's best not to pick up the Tomo from the blade. It's best to slide off the side a little bit, and it's less pressure, suction pressure on the Tomo, so it won't delaminate. Okay, so this is a little slurry, and it has a little bit of asagi color to it. I don't know if you can see the green. I put my thumb out at the edge towards the toe of the blade here. A lot of hand honing gets done towards the heel here because we have the leverage action from our from our dominant hand here, pushing down. This helps even out the pressure towards the toe, so the whole blade gets a good going over. Now I'm thinking that the blade's done now, and I have a couple pieces of hair. Rinse it off. I have a couple pieces of hair to see if this will pass a HHT test. Right off the stone, often it'll be close. We'll get maybe a HHT 1 or 2. And I didn't, but I know the razor is sharp. So next what I'm going to do is I have a strop. It's nothing fancy. It's an old Illinois strop of some sort. But there's no paste or sprays on it. It's just plain leather. And I'll do about 20 passes on it. And I always rinse off the blade. All razors need to be stropped. It does enhance the condition of the blade. So that hair bounced back onto my finger here. And that one did too. I don't know if you can see it. So to me, these are more like HH3s, and I'd like to improve that edge a little bit. So I'll go back to the stone. I still have that slurry here. And the razor is sharp. It's just we're looking for that little extra oomph that gives a razor a really nice edge. So rinse it off again. And I'm going to go back to the strop. And I'm going to do 12 passes on the leather. Okay, also I have, this is a fire hose type cotton weave. It may be linen, but I think it's probably just a linen type weave made of cotton. So we'll do 6 or 8 strokes, and then this is a piece of denim, a Levi pant leg that I turned inside out. And there's an old leather strop as the inner, just to make it stiff. So this is cotton. Probably we had 2 cotton elements there instead of a real linen. I have strops that say linen weave, but there again I suspect that they are cotton. Okay, so here we have, okay, that was the thinnest violin. I mean, it really split the hair right down the middle. And that was like a 4, but there was a 4 right there. There was closer to a 5. That was a 4. That was closer to a 5. That was between a 5 and a 4. So this razor is going to shave really nice. I know what the results of the HHT show me in honing a razor, but I just wanted to give you a little tutorial here on how I would use this stone. And that was like a 10-minute deal, going from dull on glass, bevel setting with a Shapton 2K, and 2 different slurries with the Shobudani. And I hope that helps a little bit.